ought to be interesting. So we have George the Animal Stevens, my uncle. He is making his debut. Well, not a debut. He's already made his debut, folks, earlier in the week. But today he has made an open challenge. And look who answered the challenge. Member of the NWO and former NBA superstar, Dennis Rodman. Or as the NWO and WCW call him, Dennis the Worm Rodman. This starts things off with a nice suplex on George the Animal Stevens. He made an open challenge, folks. He said anyone who thought they were man enough to come see him, he said, come on, get it down. As Rodman takes him down with a clothesline and chooses to pander and pose rather than attack George Stevens, which might prove to be a mistake. It is an inverted atomic drop. And a right hand by Rodman. Several. And down goes Stevens. Stevens having some problems in the early goings. Shot to the back by the Worm. Introduces face into the side of the ring, which is the hottest part of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. So that's not a very comfortable move. There's no springs there, ladies and gentlemen. There's no padding in that area of the ring. As George puts the brakes on and says, I don't think so, Mr. Rodman. And he lights him up with a fury of rights and lefts. And now Rodman is about to enter Georgeville. And here's a nice side Russian leg sweep. George is an avid music lover and whatnot, but and he's usually a very peaceful individual. But on this show, he says he was always ready to fight. So here he is, ready to fight as always, if he had to. And there's a nice, especially since everyone else in the family is in the business, so he decided he'd jump into it. Why not? There's a shot there, and what's this going to be now? Oh, George, what are you doing? Oh! What a move by Stevens. Slams him back first against the post, and then slams him to the mat with a power bomb. Now a pile driver. He's vicious. Vicious, ladies and gentlemen. And now George has got Rodman up. Throws him back, on the hard part of the ring, repaying the favor, I guess. Instead of introducing his face, he puts the whole thing there. George Stevens channeling his favorite wrestler, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Opens him up with a right hand, straight shot to the face. Again, there's no rules here. He wanted to fight, and this guy answered it. And Rodman's finding out now maybe he shouldn't have. As George with a backbreaker on Rodman. Rodman helped up by George. It was nice of him. The right hand puts him right back down where he was. And now taking those very long legs and trying to break them. Which is a smart strategy for anybody who has a taller opponent. Like the fact that these fans here are very appreciative of the action that they're seeing today. We appreciate our fans on Dream Masters and Warriors of Wrestling. As Rodman's turned things around, there's a DDT. And George sends him back into the ring. Right hand, straight right shot, right to the face. Rodman's out on his feet, ladies and gentlemen. But don't worry, George will help him get back to the ground. And there's a pin. And that's going to do it, folks. And George Stevens picks up a victory over Dennis Rodman. How about that, folks? Only on Dream Masters would you ever hear any of those words put together. All right. Goes to show you that card is subject to change. He was originally supposed to face the Sandman, but unfortunately that couldn't happen due to a scheduling conflict. Therefore, Rodman answered the open challenge and found out. Got the official word there, and there it is. All right, so Uncle George picks up a victory. We got some tag team action. It is my other uncle and his son, Thomas Stevens, are going to step into the tag team ranks. We'll see how that works out against their against the people they're going to challenge. So stick around. We'll find out what happens when the small little town goes against the big city dwellers. Stick around.